So, in this video, we start with our next topic. It is nutritional requirement, bacterial growth, and culture method. So, this bacteria, in the last discussion, we discussed about the bacteria, bacterial size, shape, its basic classification, and all. Now, we have to discuss about the microbial growth. Now, the microorganism can be grow by the different types of method, and for the growth of that bacteria, they required all the nutritional material. If we are providing the proper environmental condition, temperature, and nutritional material to that of microorganism, then and only then the microorganism can grow nicely with the proper development. Okay, so the microorganism growth, it is very important as consideration of our syllabus. So microorganism grow via binary diffusion. First important point, it is the microorganism can grow by the binary diffusion. Now the binary diffusion, it is one of the specific step by which the microorganism can develop in a multiplication. Okay, so it resulting in the exponential increase in the number. When the microorganism grow via binary diffusion, your microorganism exponentially get increases in their number. So the number of cell arise from the single cell and the second after the generation, means the single number of microorganism, they get multiply, and after second they get multiply in a its next generation in a number of count. So the generation time is the time taken for the single cell to grow and divide. Your generation time means whenever the microorganism grow, it required a proper number of it required proper timing for the single cell to grow and divide. Okay, so in the next slide we can observe how that microorganism get divided, that binary diffusion. Okay, so in this diagram we can observe that in the last discussion, last lecture, we discussed the multiplication of microorganism, and here like that the binary diffusion we can observe the cell engulfment and DNA replication. Okay, here the sentence is given the cell engulfment and DNA it is replicated. So here we can observe that the DNA, and it is diffusing in that host cell. And step number 2, the cell wall and the plasma membrane being divided. Here the cell membrane and the DNA component, they get easily divided, we can observe. Then the cross section, the cross wall form completely around the division of your DNA. Here we can easily observe the by binary diffusion process, whole the cell component as well as your cell wall, it is divided into two part, and the last process the cell get divided, cell properly divided into the two. So by this process, binary diffusion process, the multiplication of your microorganism can easily observed. Now the rapid growth of your bacterial population. Whenever we observe that bacteria and or microorganism, they get multiply very fastly. So how they get multiply? They get multiply in a power of 2. Always they get multiply in the power of 2. So here we can observe that here power of 2 means first we observe one cell, then power of 2 it is 0, means just 1 converted into 2, but after 2 its power of 1 means 2 into 2, then 4 into 4, 4 into 4. So multiply all those bacteria into 2, and the growth of microorganism, it is very huge as the power of your 2. So be concentrated, when the microorganism get grow, they will always multiply by 2, and its total number, it is quite big as compared to other type of organism. Okay, so the growth of microorganism, it is having a proper statistical graph. Okay, so it is called as growth curve. Okay, whenever we observe that the microorganism, they will grow at that time they always in a log phase when microorganism get grow. Now the growth curve of your microorganism, it is basically divided into four different parts. Let me see. The graph, it is plotted time against your number of cell, that is log. It is indicated by log. So that graph, it is divided into four different steps. In that first step it is log phase, second it is first one it is lag phase, second one it is log phase, that is exponential phase, also termed as exponential phase, third one it is stationary phase, and fourth one it is death or decline phase. Now let's take an example of your coronavirus. Recently we are suffering from that pandemic situation. So during that also we are discussing, number of people are discussing that now we are in a very danger situation, because now the microorganism, they are in a log phase as well as in a stationary phase. So whenever they are in a log phase, at that time they are continuously growing, and stationary phase means they are continuously contaminating. But after some time, definitely the microorganism get dead, because there are certain type of reason. Let we see in the next description. Okay, so as consideration, during the first lag phase, exactly during that lag phase, what happened, the cells are recovering from the period of your no grow, the and the making of your micromolecules in a preparation of your growth. Now here we can observe in a graph, a line, it is quite straight in the situation or in the graph. So why it is in a straight in a situation? Because no it not show the growth, but very important function they will carry during that phase, that is making of your macromolecules. Making of your macromolecule means the growth of your bacteria, it is going on, but only the micronutrients or micromolecule, they are forming during that process, or and simultaneously during that individual bacterial cell. So it is termed as a lag phase. Now second one, it is during the log phase. What happened during the log phase? The culture are growing maximally. Here in that log phase, it is also called as a exponential phase, means during this log phase the growth of your microorganism, it is very high. So it is called as a log phase and exponential phase. Next one, it is stationary phase. Stationary phase means occur when the nutrients are it is depleted and the waste accumulated. This is the important step when the growth of microorganism at highest level, but simultaneously the nutrient which is required for the next growth and multiplication to that microorganism, it is quite depleted, means it is quite deficient for the next growth and development of microorganism. So the ratio of your growth rate and death rate, it is same as that of your location. It is called as a stationary phase. And I was already told you that after the completing that stationary phase, always there is a phase, it is it is the death phase, or it is a death rate, and it in that death rate, it is greater than the growth rate. Means when the nutritional material, it is quite deficient or it become a less, at that time your microorganism can't suffer properly, and during that condition 100% the microorganism, they get dead because of that deficiency. So that phase, it is called as a death phase. So in this diagram we can easily observe that the death phase, it is observed. So the growth curve, it is properly divided into four different stages. First phase, it is lag phase, second one it is log phase, it is also termed as a exponential phase, third phase it is your stationary phase, and last one it is your death phase. Again keep in mind, in the stationary phase a growth rate is equal to your death rate. Okay, so this is the point we discussed. Now to the next point, these are the few essential point we are going to consider during the next discussion. In that, the points are growth requirement and its classification. Means what are the basic requirements for the growth of your microorganism and how they get classified. Next, physical parameter that affect to the growth and the classification based on the growth pattern. Means again, the external environment and physical parameter, they may affect on the growth of microorganism, and also it is classified. Then chemical parameter, the growth affect and classify. Then population growth, it is a growth curve, and population growth and its method. So these are the few components we are going to discuss in the next point. Now, the environmental effect on bacteria. First, we discuss the environmental effect. Now, we are going to discuss about the development of your microorganism. And now, when we are going to discuss that development of microorganism, always first we have to concentrate on the environmental factor which are affecting on your bacterial growth. Maybe they are affected positively or maybe affected negatively. So what are the different factors in that? Most important, all those points are: first it is temperature, second one it is pH, third one it is osmotic pressure, and fourth one it is oxygen classes. So these are very important constituent. They are affect on externally. Now from that first one, first we are observing that the temperature. Now the temperature, I already we discussed that, or we know that whenever the temperature of environment or any medium we will increases, at that time might be microorganism get die, but simultaneously number of microorganisms, they are most having survival in the situation of your excessive temperature or as well as your less temperature. So let me see what happened exactly. So here we observe that the cardinal temperature. So temperature, it is basically divided into 3 points. First one it is minimum temperature, second one optimum temperature, and third one it is maximum temperature. So the temperature is the major environmental factor controlling the microorganism growth. As we know, or let me take an example in the different types of season, summer season, winter season, and cold season. So during those all the seasons, we can observe that the rainy season, the microorganism can grow easily, and number of people get affected because of that presence of microorganism during that season. So it is because of external environmental factor, that is about your temperature. Okay. So here we can easily observe the growth of the microorganism by your green graph here. So when the minimum temperature, so minimum temperature, here we can observe that the membrane it is gelling. When your temperature it is minimum, your microorganism it will converted into gelling form. So transport process slow, and the growth can be occur whenever the temperature of environment it is quite low. At that time, member means your it's your membrane, it get gelatinized, and because of that gelatinization, the microorganism can't easily grow. Then next phase we can observe that here graph it is quite increasing. Okay, temperature also increasing, but graph it is also increasing. So the enzymatic reaction occur in a increasingly rapid rate. Whenever your temperature quite moderately increases, at that time the enzymatic reaction also increases. So the temperature quite increases, at that time growth of your microorganism also increases, but it is also up to the certain limit, that is your optimum limit. So enzymatic reaction occurring at maximal possible rate. So here we can observe this is a optimum range. At that time the microorganism can survive, and microorganism complete their all the different types of enzymatic reaction. But still we are increasing the temperature. Here directly we can observe that microorganism growth it is quite decreases. So it is because of the protein denaturation. Okay, whenever we are going to increase, simultaneously we are going to increase the temperature, we can observe the growth of microorganism get decreases because of your protein denaturation and collapse of your cytoplasmic membrane and thermal lysis. It is called a thermal lysis, means excess temperature it produces lysis of your microorganism. Okay, so in this diagram the temperature it is divided into three different points. It is minimum, optimum and maximum. So minimum temperature, because of minimum temperature freezing or gelling, that microorganism can't grow. Maximum temperature protein denaturation, again microorganism can't grow. But normal and medium temperature or optimum temperature, that enzymatic reactions are strong, due to that microorganism can easily survive and it can be grow. Now the microorganism, they are classified the external temperature it is classified by three different ways. Let we see. Those three are minimum temperature, that temperature below which grow the seeds, or the lowest temperature at which microorganism will grow. So this is the situation where the reactions of microorganism it is quite slow, but still the microorganism can grow during that condition. Then optimum temperature, the temperature at which the growth rate it is fastest. So it is your optimum temperature. And maximum temperature, the temperature above which the growth ceases, again the growth ceases, or the highest temperature at which the microorganism will grow. Means during that both the condition, that minimum temperature and maximum temperature, exceptional microorganism can grow. Okay, so here we can observe that the growth it can be ceased, your growth it can be ceased, but simultaneously few exceptional microorganism they can be grow or they can be multiplied during that minimum temperature also and maximum temperature also. So this is the classification of your temperature. Now again that temperature classified on the different situation, that is temperature requirement. Okay, so they are classified as 4 to 5 different types. That is your first one it is psychrophil, second one it is mesophil, third one it is thermophil, then hyperthermophil, and again it is hypothermophil. Now here we can again observe the classification against of your temperature to your growth graph. Here first we divided into three different types, that is your minimum, optimum and maximum. And now they again classified on these five different points. In that, when we consider the minimum temperature where growth it is ceased or few microorganism can survive, so at that situation we can observe that temperature it is quite 4 degrees Celsius. At that time few microorganism can be survive and grow. So those are basically belong from the category that is psychrophils. They are categorized as a psychrophil. Then second one where the temperature it is as a basic range it is 39 degrees Celsius. At that time those microorganisms can easily survive and grow. They are belong to mesophil category. Example it is your Escherichia coli. We know that. Then the thermophil, the third one point it is whenever the temperature it is 60 degree, the microorganism can easily survive. They are bacillus it is streptothermophilus. So these microorganism can survive. And last two category they are called as a hyperthermophilus, means excessive temperature still they are surviving and developing themselves. They are termed as a hypothermophilus. So temperature it is approximately up to the 110 degrees Celsius, or minimum it is 60 to 70 degrees Celsius. So here we can observe that the microorganism can survive themselves easily during all those different types of situation. Okay, so they are exception in that situation. So here we can observe the specification of those all points. Okay, let me see in that classification of your temperature classes of your organism. In that we can easily observe that all these 3 points. First one it is your psychophiles. First one it is your psychophiles. They are ranges from survive in a temperature 0 to 20 degree Celsius. It is your cold temperature. Now the extreme representative inhabit permanently the cold environment. Means during that condition, very few microorganisms they are survive in that condition in a temperature 2 to 20 degree Celsius. Then second one, it is your mesophils. Mesophils, they are survive in a temperature 20 to 45 degree Celsius. They are in a moderate range. They are found in a warm blooded animal. Maximum time warm blooded animal we know. So those warm blooded animal, they are can easily survive during that condition and get multiply. And in a terrestrial and aquatic environment in a temperature and tropical latitude, basically they are available in a different types of situation. Then several mesophil can tolerate the high temperature. Several mesophils, they can tolerate high temperature, means they can be grow up to your 60 degrees Celsius, but do not grow at this temperature. They are called as basically thermoduric. Means those microorganisms, they are not surviving that of 60 degrees Celsius. They called as a thermoduric. Okay. Then next one, it is thermophilic. Now the thermophilic, they are survive in a situation in a temperature 50 to 80 degrees Celsius. So the growth temperature optimum between 45 to 80 degrees Celsius. So this species called as the facultative thermophile. They are called as a facultative thermophile, means medium range of temperature as well as high degree of temperature they can survive. So they termed as a thermophile in nature, or so they are called as a facultative thermophile. So some of thermophile are grow in a 60 degrees Celsius. So they are called as true or obligate or stenothermophilic. Okay. When they are survive in a 60 degree temperature, they are called as simply true or obligate or stenothermophilic. Okay. So these are the basic three. And again next one, it is hyperthermophilic, means they can survive in a highest temperature, that is optima greater than your 80 degrees Celsius. So these organisms inhabit hot environment including the boiling hot spring as well as under the sea, that is hydrothermal vent that can have the temperature in excess of 100 degrees Celsius. Means these are the microorganisms, they can survive in an extreme type of condition, all the temperature which is approximately connected to your 100 degrees Celsius. So those are very difficult type of microorganism. They can survive in the location that is hyperthermophiles in this situation. Okay. So these all are the four different types of temperature situation where the microorganism can be grow. Now the next important point for the physical environment which can be affect of the development of microorganism, that is your pH. Now here we can observe that the pH of your environment may affect on the microbial growth. So each microorganism has a pH range which is pH range optimum. So as per the pH range, it can be divided into two basic types, that is acidophile and alkalophile. Means when the acidophile means optimum temperature, it is ranges from 1 to 4, and that is alkalophilic, it is optimum temperature range from 8.5 to 11. Okay. So all maximum number of microorganisms, they are growth in that of optimum situation or optimum range of your pH. So lactic acid bacteria, they can develop in the 4 to 7 pH. Okay, this is the middle range of both that alkali and your acidophile situation. Then fungus, it is another category which can be grow in a 4 to 6 range, means quite acidic and highest range of that acidic situation. Then the internal pH regulated by the buffer and near to the neutral adjustment with that ion pump. Means the microorganism, they are surviving in the buffer situation also, or buffer location also. So it can be adjusted by the some neutral material or with the help of ion pump. Then human blood and tissue has pH 7.2 to plus minus your 0.2. So those human blood component, they can survive in that of middle neutral situation. Okay, so here we can observe that the pH and microbial growth, the activity, the acidity or alkalinity of your environment can be greatly affected on microorganism growth. But obviously this is the second factor, which is environmental factor, which affect the growth of your microorganism, that is your pH. So most of the organism grow best between 6 to 8. So this is the best region where the microorganism can easily and suitably grow in a pH condition, that is pH 6 to 8. But some microorganisms have enclosed to grow best at low or high pH. Low pH means your acidic and high pH means your basic situation. Means all those situations are important for variety of your microorganism. The internal pH of your cell must be stay relatively close to the neutral, even though the extreme pH in a highly acidic or basic. Okay, so here we can observe that all the different types of microorganism, they are surviving in that of range of your 6 to 8. But here they explain that the internal environment of the microorganism, it should be neutral, or close to the neutral, and the external environment of your cell, it might be highly acidic or basic, it is suitable for the growth. So the acidophile, the microorganism in the grow best at low temperature, having low pH. The example, it is Helicobacter pylori. Everybody know that the Helicobacter pylori microorganism, it is present in your basically stomach, which causes the peptic ulcer. And as well as second example, it is Thylobacillus, it is Thylobacillus thiooxidans. So these microorganisms, they are basically acidophiles and they are survive in a acidic condition. And second one, it is your based at pH alkali. So example, it is Vibrio cholera. And most of the pathogenic bacteria are neutrophilic in nature. So here we observe that all those microorganisms are surviving all the different situations. Okay, next point we will discuss in the next video.